my daughter's first deer. She put the hammer on him, man.
Like I said, 3 traps, 2 coon, it ain't bad.
I went riding around with the landowner the other day. I got some permission on some property. That's about I don't know how much altogether. He really didn't. He was kind of trying to add it up. Looks like it's about a half a section, which is probably around 300 acres of just some of the ruggedest, toughest stuff you ever seen. Yeah, it makes this right here look like a walking Disneyland, I guess. You know. Deep old valleys, big old hills, draws, and just it's hard to access. He showed me the one road. We walked down there, and it needs to be cleared out because you can't drive through it. So that's kind of a project I'm going to take on, getting that road cleared so I can get into that part. And he told me, you know, cut wood, whatever you want to do. There's some junk down in there. Clean it up, you know, do whatever. And he introduced me to the neighbors right there. On that particular side, there was only one house, and it's right where you go into that entrance. And he said, "Hey, this is so and so, so and so. This is T-Mac. He's going to be taking care of this." So I was kind of like, yeah, "Okay, sounds good to me." But he also told me a few other things that I'm not used to. He said, pack a pistol. He said something big too. 357, 44, you know, pack something that's gonna put the hammer on the hog, because it ain't if you run into one, it's when. And he said the worst thing you can do is walk up on a sow with a litter, you know, because she's gonna come at you, and you better be ready to defend yourself. So he told me, you know, bring a pistol. You know, I'm not used to that where I was from. I knew I was down here in hog country, but he really made it sink in to what I was getting into. He said, you know, it's not when, if, it's when. He said, they're thick in here. And as soon as we walked in there, we didn't even get in the brush, and there's hog sign everywhere. Seen a deer rub right there, and he's like, yeah, there's deer, there's turkey, squirrel, hog, whatever you want. He goes, even there's occasional bear that comes through here. A lot of times there's cinnamon bears that come through here. So, and I'm just like, woo, buddy. You know, when I was at the other place, not an hour away, a 22 pistol was all I carried. That was all I needed. You know, that's bad. That's going. If I see a squirrel or something or a rabbit, just shoot a 22 pistol. Nah, not anymore, okay? I'm going to have to take out, get my pistol skills. You know, I'm pretty good with that 22 pistol, boy. I've made some good shots with that thing, but I'm going to have to get a little better with these bigger pistols. So, I'm going to do a little practicing. You know, whole different ball game out here. You know, walking to my tree stand in the dark. Going to be a little edgy. But, hey, I'm going to do it. I've got to do it. I've got to put meat in the freezer, and hopefully this year I can put a hog or two in the freezer. He showed me some pictures of some hogs he's taken, and man, every story he says started with he was walking along, and all of a sudden, boom, one jumped up. You know, 250, 350 pounders. You know, he'd be looking for deer, and all of a sudden he noticed there's hogs around him, and you know, just crazy stories. shooting them with 30-06 and never slowing them down. And you know, he said you either hit them in the heart or the head. That's it. Anything else, you're probably not going to find them. So even when I'm going trapping, which I'm working on trying to get that going. I know y'all want the trapping videos, so do I. But right now, just accessing the property is just so tough that it's just making it hard for me. But I've got the property. I know the property lines now, so it's getting closer. Hopefully I can get out there and get a few sets done. But I guarantee you, I will be packing something more than the 22 pistol from now on. Because I am not the ultimate predator, or the biggest thing in these woods, we'll put it that way. I'm not the biggest critter roaming the woods now. And I'm not used to that. But I'll get used to it. So gonna take a few more shots here with my pistol. I got a pretty nice little group there at, well, 10 yards and probably about 8 yards. You can see right there, all my shots are just a little to the left, a little bit high. I can see one in that white board behind the target, and then there's 3 right there. So, you know, just gonna have to torque it over. Just, I mean, even then, that's pretty close, you know. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I can hit a hog if he gets that close to me. And when the time comes, I tell you what, when the pressure's on, that's where I think shooting instinctive archery helps me out a lot. Is moving targets, fast draw, you know, just got to get it done. Usually I can put a pretty good shot on something. So hopefully, if I don't have to crawl up a tree, I can get a shot off and kill a hog. But I don't care what TV says. That, you know, there's a big commercial out, stand there like a tree. Okay, when that hog sees you, you're probably not going to outrun him. Them dudes are fast. So instead of sitting there, pretend like you're a tree, find you a little tree about this big, something you can grab a hold of, and just hop up in that sucker. All you have to do is get 3 or 4 foot off the ground, depending on the size of the hog. I mean, if it's a buffalo size hog, you might just you know, you better just depend on your shooting skills and shoot him. Because but if it's, you know, a smaller hog, you can get up a tree and get out of their way, because they can't really buck their heads up. Their heads and their shoulders are all one piece almost. So even though they can spin real quick, they can't turn their heads and get you or raise up real quick. So you get above them, he's liable just to zip on past you. I'm a little big to be climbing up trees, so I'm probably going to draw first, shoot first, and hope things go well. Or shoot first and then find a tree. But I am not going to stand there and pretend like a tree. That's for sure. Tell you what, the more I talk about it, the more excited I'm getting. This is going to be fun. Hopefully I'll be taking the camera with me, taking y'all with me, get out there and see what we can do. Squirrel hunting might turn into hog hunting. I got Vanilla Killer. I'm able to spray that out there, and the hogs will come up just pouring in. And I guarantee you, I'll kill one and I'll eat him. So, hey, thanks for joining me. Got, I'll tell you what, whole new adventures coming up. Whole new everything for me. So I hope you all join me. I hope you all enjoy the ride. I love you all. God bless, and I'll see you next time.
Friend Knife Making. Quality knives made in America. Visit them at www.friendknifemaking.com.